Women and Power in association with Powerboy.
When anyone talks about fashion, the first thing that comes to mind are the high streets in Paris and the catwalk runways in New York. However, let's not go that far. This path leads to Clothes Fashions, located in Umoja 1 and owned by Claudine Uwase Githua, who is a Rwandese married by a Kenyan and who makes an array of amazing fashion attire. When Claudine finished her studies training as a chef, she thought that getting a job here in Kenya would not be a hard task. But that was not so.
I used to be a chef by profession. So I could not get a job. So since I couldn't get a job, I spent most of my time home. So I told my husband I want to stitch.
She had just been married and having had to relocate to Kenya, and since she did not fluently speak English nor Swahili, she resorted to being a housewife. However, the boredom haunted her, and that's when she decided to start making clothes from kitenge, something that she loved doing since she was young.
I remember when she could not be around, I could steal her clothes. Like there's a day I stole her favorite kitenge, I cut it into a skirt and a top. So I stitched it with my hands, and then when she got home, I was like, Mom, I think I was 10 to 11 years old. Mom, see what I did. The shock on her eyes, she almost fainted. That was her favorite kitenge, and I had cut it to make a skirt. By the way, that skirt was very nice. I loved it. And I had a beating of my life.
But that did not stop her. Her curiosity and passion grew as she grew older. She decided to take up a stitching course but was distressed at the formal approach of making kitenges here in Kenya.
A few years back when I came to Kenya, people were wearing those very formal vitenges that when I could tell my young friends that, can I stitch an outfit for you? Or would you want to wear a kitenge? No.
So to show people just what she meant by modern vitenges, she started stitching her own and showcasing them out and about. Many women who had earlier confessed they would never wear this fabric began asking her to make similar clothing for themselves.
My biggest clientele actually are just young people, young ladies, young mamas, not very old, because they want stylish clothes. Have a seat, please.
She further says that tailoring is a profession that requires a lot of patience, creativity and skill.
Now I want something that you can be wearing with the skirt and the coat.
And just so to prove that she also needs to be a fast and precise tailor, she takes my measurements and promises to have a top ready by the time we are done with the interview.
Yeah.
Most fashion designers and tailors alike have resorted to fully utilizing the kitenge attire to make desirable clothes for models on the catwalks, beauty pageants, party wear, weddings, casual wears, among many other occasions.
You put on a kitenge, it's beautiful, it's different, especially when it's stitched nicely and the finishing is good. Even yourself, you feel beautiful.
Through referrals and word-of-mouth marketing, her business started gradually picking up. With time, she had to move from her house to opening up her own tailoring shop.
So my husband told me now it's time to go out because now you're crowding the house. We had one kid by then. The customers are coming in when we're having our dinner.
And so she began the process of acquiring a license. And if you thought businesses needed a huge amount of capital, then think again.
All I needed was 5,000 to buy. You see, these are very high machines. They're those small ones that you use legs to roll it. They're not electrical. Manual, we call them manual machines. So that's all I needed.
However, every rose has a thorn, and the thorns of this business are...
For customers, when they come to your shop, they usually think they're only ones you're stitching for. They forget that you have others, yeah. So most of the time they delay.
But nothing brings more joy to her work than seeing her clients take off with a smile. She gets her inspirations from fashion magazines or creates her own styles.
I recall like a year ago, a customer came to my shop. She has never worn a kitenge. And she was told by my friend, a very close friend of mine I have. She told her, go, she'll make you a nice kitenge and you're going to love it. I made 2 outfits for her. She hugged me, she kissed me, and then she told me, oh, you're my new best friend.
To her, the customer is always right. She further tries to make her clothing as affordable as it can, with clothes ranging from 800 shillings to 5,000 shillings.
I don't want to go very high in prices. I just want to make it simple, nice, but affordable.
For clothing, the sky is never the limit. If you're wondering why my outfit has changed, well, this is the top that Claudine was working on when we began this interview. Well, true to her word, she is fast and precise at her work. And who says you need massive capital to start a business? Claudine is living proof that even with as low as 5,000 shillings, a business can be born. For Women and Power, I'm Liz Ntonjira.
Women and Power in association with Powerboy.
Your total laundry solution. Get Powerboy protection today.